Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. We are the Geeks and the Giants. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say Merry Christmas.
I should.
I thought you're gonna open up with Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. We are the Geeks and the Giants. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host, Jum. And yes, as our Christmas gift to you guys, we're doing High School Musical. We're doing musicals this week. So yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting with one that back in 2006 honestly swept the nation, swept the world.
Oh my God, this dude, just imagine it's it's a Disney movie.
Right?
Okay, when we say Disney movies, we're not talking about Marvel or any Pixar shit. I'm talking about live action Disney original.
Yeah.
Where it's mostly a miss, But oddly enough, somewhere in 2006, somebody was like, you know what? I had a little bit of extra change. Let's put it all into this one thing, and all of our creative minds just went into it, and came out with a well acted, well written, and what a banger soundtrack.
I remember our entire school was possessed by High School Musical, and so was every other school, and every other school in the world. Because once again, the titular premise is it's a musical in high school, and you're like, we can relate to that, definitely.
Yeah. We weren't in high school at that time, but
yeah. we were like one floor below it, so yeah.
Yeah.
But it is introduced the world to Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale. I don't know if they were in movies before or in Disney movies before. But
no, I feel like they kind of skyrocketed because of High School Musical.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I didn't really hear of Lucas Grabeel or what was the other guy's name?
I forget. I remember one of the other guys was in a jump rope movie for Disney. Don't remember if that's good or not.
Hey man, that shit slapped. I know the movie you're talking about, and that shit slapped. His dad wanted him to be a boxer, but he wanted to jump rope.
Yeah.
Oh, so crazy.
Again, that movie and this movie, you're like, I don't understand how this premise would work, but it really does. I'm not gonna lie. It's such a captivating and compelling reason to care about these characters, and just the opening song for High School Musical, you're like, I think I'm in for a good time. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's pointless to ask, did you own the soundtrack? Did your family own the soundtrack?
Yes, I did. We owned the CD.
Same here.
And that was the main thing that we played in my dad's Nissan Sentra. We would always play it, especially High School Musical 2. I think that one had the best, in my opinion.
I remember since we were in a bus, we would drop people off, and from their car we would hear the soundtrack. You were like, yes, I understand.
Yeah, and it was so good. It was so fucking good. We can't sing it because we would get copyrighted, but if you know, you know. And if you don't, watch High School Musical. It's so fun.
It is. And if you're wondering what the premise is, it's basically someone going out of their comfort zone to try something new and finding success in it.
It feels so right to be here with
you. Honestly, it's just playing against stereotypes. You don't have to be in the box people set you in. You don't have to always be a basketball player. You don't always have to be the nerd or the jock.
Yeah,
you can go out of your box.
She was a mathlete.
Yeah. The math, if you're a math nerd, doesn't always mean you just like math 24/7. You might like video games. You might like rock music. Who knows? Teaching us when we were kids, I understand. I can relate to this.
You know what's funny though? Well, this is our Greece. This is our generation's Greece.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because they'll be playing basketball, and they'll be like, a musical? Why would you want to do a musical? Then they start singing and doing a number.
Right? You're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like I'm possessed. Right? They were like, you can't do a musical. And they start saying, get your head in the game. We're like,
Yeah,
You're full of shit.
Like, we're basketball players. We're not meant to sing. Get your head in the game.
Uh, honestly, it's amazing how young they were that Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron had those voices. You're like, even now, I'm like,
Yeah, they're
Jesus
way
Christ.
deeper now. Except for Vanessa Hudgens, of course. But like
Yeah,
for Zac Efron, he's like, I don't know if you've seen him recently. He's jacked as fuck.
right? Yeah, he's in that wrestling movie. But no, I forgot the musical with The Greatest Showman, where he starts singing, and I was like, you sound, not that he doesn't sound good here, but he sounds a lot better there than here, which makes sense because he's been training for this type of movie his entire life, I guess. And I do love the fact that the guy is multi-talented. He does musicals, he does comedies with Seth Rogen, and like, he's fucking Ted Bundy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it's crazy how High School Musical kind of skyrocketed, but he did have a little bit of downtime
Yeah.
when it came to coming back up the ranks of like, oh, he's back in movies.
Right. Yeah, there's like a slew of like pretty bad movies. You're like, what's happening?
Yeah, he's 17 again was good.
That is true. I like that one. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. But yeah, there's also skyrocketed Vanessa Hudgens. Not to the degree of Zac Efron, but like, I think she's been in like in a lot of musicals, like Broadway.
She was in that one with Boom Boom, Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
I forgot the name.
Tick Tick Boom with Andrew Garfield. Yeah, she sounds amazing in that one. But of all the songs in the first High School Musical, which one do you like the most?
There's the Soarin' Flying one. I forgot what you call it, but you know what I mean.
I like Breaking Free, I'm not gonna lie. That is a banger up to this day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like it's a song that we still sing in the karaoke to this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time.
It's that and the last song when they're all like, we're not so different after all. You're like,
All in this. Yeah, again, I can't.
remember Disney had like a sing along version and then a dance along version?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Like everybody was so hyped for it. Like all they did was they just put. It was just a karaoke session.
Yeah.
They just put the lyrics, and they made a whole big deal out of it. So they really marketed on the fact that they put subtitles in the movie.
I really wonder if Disney was just like, you know what, this is a throwaway movie. And then when they got the reception, they're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, the songs were so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like the bop 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 to the top song. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's really fucking great. Like,
That ballad that Vanessa Hudgens does when she's like, I guess I'm the only one in this musical then. Fuck you, Troy.
right? Like you just want to be with your basketball friends who also likes to sing and dance.
Right? That's the strangest thing when they were like confronting Troy of like, you're not part of the team. He's like, I am part of the team. This stupid High School Musical, and then there's the one guy obviously setting up a webcam. He's like, this stupid, what are you doing? Excuse me? Where does that connect to? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm made to look bad? Fuck you guys.
And like the dad clearly didn't learn any lesson here, but like maybe he did.
Yeah.
But like the dad's such a hard ass. Like you could tell if this was a real family, Troy would probably have a bit of trauma.
Right?
On how like his dad's like, you gotta be in the league singing in a musical. What the fuck you mean?
That's too girly pop. Like, I'm sorry, Dad. Like, oh. Like, you don't really think about it until you're like experience life stuff and you're like, or watch other movies and you're like, yeah, if this was any other movie, Troy would be in like therapy in the next one.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if y'all didn't notice, Megan Trainor's here, but it was like her earlier career.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Is she the hip hop nerd?
Yeah. She was the one in like the nerdy group that liked to hip hop. Yeah, that's her.
Also, one of the other things I can relate was when they were having like auditions and you see the first few people. There's one guy who's like,
And like he's saying very quietly. There's one with a very horrible voice, and there's one where it was interpretive dance.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
There's one that's like opera, like she was in like Phantom of the Opera, and you're like, you're way above this. Why are you auditioning for this?
Yeah, you're like wrong edition, wrong edition.
But yeah, I'm not hyping it up or like stating something ridiculous when I say this literally swept the world by storm when it came out, and it still has its impact today. It's one of the many movies that leave an impact on us in the early 2000s and has done so as we've grown up, and we look back and you're like, you know what's a really good Disney movie? High School Musical. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the
Like,
only one that's good consistently, because the pirate movies up until a point were good, and I really can't think of any other live action Disney movie that was consistently good for 3 movies.
They tried to make a new High School Musical, like a TV series, but it kind of tanked.
Yeah, that's where what's her face? Olivia Rodrigo got her start.
Really, I didn't know that.
She was like the Gabriella of that show.
Oh, another Filipino.
Yeah, right. And yeah, just such a good time. You know what? To be honest, High School Musical is not the kind of movie where you treat it as like, a Scorsese or Nolan movie. Because if you did, people would be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? It's fucking High School Musical."
No, but it is one of those movies where, like, it brings back nostalgia. Like, I do remember doing the choreography for Get Your Head in the Game with my cousins.
Oh yeah.
Singing, what was it again? The duet song.
What duet? Breaking Free?
Breaking Free, yeah, there.
Yes. I remember one of the foundation weeks we had. We're all in this together. Forgot how it turned out. Not so great. Okay. But yeah, I have nothing else to add. This is not our longest episode, but it is fun to talk about it. Honestly, it was fun revisiting it. Yeah, exactly. I might just watch the other 2 later today, to be honest.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah. Before we end and before we give a rating, is there really no other live action Disney musical that's good? Was Camp Rock good? There were 2 Camp Rocks.
No, it was not. What the fuck you talking about?
I can't remember. Who was it in again? There was the Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers, Demi Lovato, and some cast. No, I don't know if there was any cast from High School Musical there, but
it's a good thing you said Demi Lovato, because I was like, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez.
No. Oh, okay, not gonna lie. The Hannah Montana movie was pretty good.
You know what? I have never seen that.
It's really good. It's the one with the "It's a class," Yeah, oddly enough, it was like the budget was really high for that one.
Is that the one with Taylor Swift? No, that's another movie I'm thinking of then.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I recently downloaded all the Walt Disney live action songs on my phone. It's a nostalgia trip, definitely. Especially like listening to like the Jonas Brothers. I was like, alright, I forgot how much they slap, to be honest. Until now. But yeah, we've gotten to that part of the show or the episode where we give a rating. So what would you give High School Musical? The first one at least.
Look, again, as I say, it's not a Scorsese, but it hits home, like it's it brings back like childhood memories, brings back a lot of memories, and yeah, and it's still a fun time to watch. I don't know if I don't know if there's any faults in this movie that I could think about, like besides the teen romance. And hey, look, they've made the teens look like teens. They're not like 30-something-year-olds playing as teens.
Yeah, it's not like Tobey Maguire where like, I'm a 20-year-old auditioning for high school. You're like, I think high school held you back for years.
I think you have to be on the watch list, but
Right.
no, but yeah, it was so good at the time, and it really did surprise us. Like watching this again, like when he said we're doing High School Musical, I had a little bit of like, oh wait, I'm not gonna take this all that seriously because it's a Disney movie. I rewatched. I was like, I forgot this shit's really good. So like, yeah, I give this one an 8 out of 10. Like, it's such a solid movie, and I suggest any kid who's into musicals who hasn't seen it yet to watch this one
Yeah.
because you do see a lot of stars here who got like their recognition because of it.
Yeah.
Like Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Tisdale. She's in Phineas and Ferb, by the way.
Yeah. Mom,
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb are doing it again. I think she's back for the reboot.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll give this an 8 as well. It's a pretty good movie. Again, it's not Spielberg or Scorsese, and you're not supposed to treat it as such. Otherwise, you're taking this thing way too seriously than you should. But yeah. It just honestly it might be mostly nostalgia, but I had a fun time revisiting this, and the soundtrack definitely slaps.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a great time rewatching it, and anytime watching it, I always have a great time. Now, before we end, the important question is, which one do you prefer, 1, 2, or 3?
Not gonna lie.
Okay.
The second one was the one that was like those golf.
Yeah.
It was a golf course that was in like Breaking Bad, because this is set in New Mexico.
All right.
Yeah.
You just see like a bald teacher just make a cameo.
No, you see a van with like smoke coming out of it.
You're like, all right, we're in New Mexico. Fuck.
It's around the same time too. Like it's like 2007, I think.
In the background, Zach is like eating Los Pollos Hermanos. You're like, oh fuck. You know what? I do, as much as I like a great beginning, I do like a great ending too. So I vote like 3 more. Oh, you froze. Thought you were disappointed in me. Never mind.
No. And because hopefully we could do like the whole
whole set.
trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe do some other live action Disney movies, other musicals, because I believe next year Wicked comes out, so can throw them in the bunch. Maybe we'll just even do just one Camp Rock. I don't know.
I'm down for that.
But yeah, that's been our video for High School Musical 1, our Christmas gift to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you like our videos, if you're new here and you like our videos, please give them a like, subscribe to the channel, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see our best and funniest moments and our reaction to trailers, and Spotify to hear us on the go. I am Zoe Does Voices individually on TikTok. I do a multitude of voices there, funny or serious. Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at John Gio, _ on Instagram. It is my
And until the next video, we'll see you then. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Thanks.